Why, hello there, Conscience players. I know you may not be expecting to see me today, but I've stolen the camera from Sean and he's not getting it back. But before I dive into the video topics for our ramp up video number 3, I do have some logistical announcements. One, we are pushing back game by an hour in order to account for travel time and people getting a good night's sleep. So that means that calibrations will be at 10 a.m. in the morning with game on at 11. Second, please book your travel. If you have not booked your travel yet, this means you. Flights are only going to increase in price between now and when game happens, so do it. 3, if you need an extra night in the hotel, please reach out to Sean. We need to get those in ASAP, so tell us, please. This is also why you need to book your travel. Fourth, if you have not rented a firearm and you want one, please reach out to Sean ASAP. All right, pushing game back an hour to 10 a.m. Book your travel. Tell us if you need an extra night in the hotel. Tell us if you need a gun. Got it? Good. All right, so topic of my video today is figuring out what you want and how to structure your game so that you get that. I know Sean has already covered a lot of this in his calibration videos and previous ramp up videos. I wanted to provide my perspective as a victim player. I played Conscience before. It was my second ever freeform style game. It was my first international game, and I was completely lost. I knew that I liked the themes of the game. I wanted to engage with them, but I was also somewhat afraid of them and afraid to admit what I really wanted to myself and to my co players. So, because of that, I didn't have the experience I wanted. I had some good scenes and it was somewhat fulfilling towards the end, but it was not the game that I wanted to have. And I want all of you to have the game that you want to have. But the first step is admitting it to yourself. So I would encourage all of you to take a few minutes, think about the game, maybe read some of the materials on the website, and really sink into the themes and think about what kind of experience you want. There isn't a wrong answer. If you want to be a good guy cowboy, you can do that. If you want to be a horrible black hat, or you want to be a victim, or you want to be a good guy cowboy who gets victimized, all of those are totally valid. But you have to be able to admit them to yourself, and you have to be able to communicate them to your co-players. So for my second point, and I will link a blog article that talks a little bit more about how to figure out what you want at a freeform game, because it can be really hard and it takes some self-reflection. But my second point here is once you figure out what you want, and that can be as loose as what themes you want to engage in, all the way down to a specific scene that you're really dying for. So once you figure that out, how do you structure your game to make sure you get that? There are a couple different philosophies on this. We love to say, calibrate, but stay flexible. So don't plan every scene and expect it to go exactly the way you've done it. You want to be able to let the LARP magic happen. But I have found that for my own game, it really helps me to have a goal in each section of game. So any section of game would be a part where I don't break character, right? So you'll break character a bit at lunch while you're eating, and you'll break character in the morning during calibration. So we have 5 sections in this game. We've got Friday night, Saturday morning, Saturday night, Sunday morning, Sunday evening. And so having a goal in each of those sections is really helpful for me to structure my game around. In the first run, I'm playing Jesse Knight. I'm your guest facilitator. So my goal for the first section of game is to demonstrate to the other guests how horrible you can be and to really get people excited to be monsters. Right, loose goal, not pre-planning. But I've reached out to one other player and said, hey, will you be my target for this scene? And we've discussed her boundaries. So that gives me something that I can latch onto for that first section of game if I don't have anything else to do. All right, I hope that helps, especially if you are playing a victim and you are expecting to be the recipient of, abuse or scenes. Making sure that you communicate to other people through those 5 sections of game, and sort of line up what type of vibe you're going for in each section with the appropriate amount of support from your villains. It's really, really helpful. And it makes sure that you get to scratch the itch and really engage with the themes of the game. All right, I'm going to do a real quick recap, but thank you for sticking with me this long. Figure out what you want, sit in it, think about it, but whether it is themes, vibe, or a specific scene. Then 2, stay flexible, let the LARP magic happen, but give it a structure and think about something that you want to engage in each of the 5 sections of game. All right, hope that's helpful. I'll have Sean link my blog on figuring out what you want at a Nordic LARP. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend, and I cannot wait to see you in, oh God, about 6 weeks, I think.